All right, guys, so today I'm going to show you how you can winterize your camper for free. There's no need to use the RV antifreeze stuff. I've been doing this for years. Works quite well. All right, guys, so in here is where I have my city water connection. And what I'm going to be using today is this valve. This valve here just screws right into this water connection port. Same place that your hose would go. And then you're going to hook a air chuck to it with an air compressor. So there's no need to waste any money on pumping and filling the system with RV antifreeze. This is the exact same valve that I use for my lawn irrigation when I winterize that. So we're going to go ahead and hook this guy up here. Simply screws right on in. All right, bear with me. All right, and then we're just going to want to make sure that our water heater is bypassed. So we're going to go ahead and drain this guy. So you want to make sure this is done. I'm going to go ahead and just shut him off. We got an on-demand one. So just open up this valve here. It's like nothing's really wanting to come out of there too much. Go ahead and drain that guy out. And then we're going to want to also get our fresh water drained. The guy's probably pretty empty. I had him drained out before, but we're going to go ahead and open him all the way up. And then we're going to go to our low water or low point valves down here. Mine are pretty handy. They have these guys here. And you can see they still had coolant in the stupid thing. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and drain both of these guys completely out. All right, so while those guys drain out of there, it looks like they're almost done actually already. We're going to go over to the air compressor. We're going to get that thing set up. All right, so you can use any kind of compressor. You just want to make sure that, you know, it's got enough air capacity to kind of somewhat keep up with it. But the big thing is making sure that you have a regulator of some kind on there. So you can see my tank pressure availability is about 120, but I have it regulated down to 40. There's no need to go much higher than that. Most of your water pressure is 40 to 60 psi that you're going to typically have hooked up to the camper anyways. So 40 psi should be plenty adequate. So once those guys are done being drained out of there, we'll go ahead and start opening up some faucets and get this guy connected. All right, looks like they're pretty much done dripping and dropping here. So we're gonna go ahead and close those guys off. Then we just got to get to our fresh water. Drain, close him off. All right, so here's my air line. Once again, regulated to 40 psi. We're going to go ahead and just connect this guy right to here. You can hear it running. So first things first, let's just go ahead and maybe turn this guy on. And what this is going to do is this is going to flush all this air right on out of here. Get all that water out. I'm going to call that guy good. Now let's go into the camper. All right, guys. So we're going to head off into the camper. You do want to make sure that compressor's keeping up. You can hear it running out there. So we'll start in here on the kitchen. All right. You just want to make sure that you get as much of that water out as you possibly can. Once again, the only thing it's costing you is electricity to run that compressor. So go over to the hot side. That's for my water softener. While this guy's going, I'm going to show you that. So I already have the tank out of here, but basically I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this guy and remove him and put him in my garage that's heated. When I put that in there, that was quick and easy to, I designed it to be quick and easy to disconnect and reconnect. I'd call that guy good. The other thing is too, is once I get all done with everything, I'll open all the valves and just leave them open throughout the winter. That way we don't have any worries about anything. So we'll head to the bathroom. Go ahead and get that guy completely all drained out of there. Probably start spitting and sputtering here. Turn the hot on. Same thing. I think that's pretty good. All right, we'll try these guys out. Making sure you get both the hot and the cold. All right, one last spot we gotta head to. We got another bathroom up here. All right, last one. All right, so we got all the valves that were opened up. We got the vast majority of the water all the way through everything. So now what I'm going to do is just disconnect that compressor, and then we're going to go back into the camper and open every single one of those valves that we just did and flushed everything through, just to make sure any leftover water in the spigots or the faucets or anything like that can, if they do freeze, which they probably will since we're here in Wisconsin, it won't hurt or damage anything. All right, so we're back out here. We're just going to go ahead and disconnect this guy. Simple enough. And then you can see here, I forgot to mention this. So this has got our winterizing valve. We don't need to utilize that guy at all because we're not actually pumping any kind of refrigerant or anti-coolant or antifreeze, I should say, up through the system. So we don't have any use for that whatsoever. So then we just disconnect this guy and put him someplace safe so you know where to find him next year. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps you out, leaves you be able to save some money winterizing your camper. We like to go down south even in the winter time, so I hate wasting all the money, effort, and chemicals and all that kind of thing dealing with all this. This makes it super cheap, super simple, super easy. So if you got a compressor around, buying this valve that I got right here makes life way easier. Make sure you comment below. I'll try to answer any kind of questions you might have, but this is a pretty simple tutorial on how to do this.